Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. How many of you are watching this on New Year's Day and how do you feel? Do you need, like, how are your heads? Are you all right? Are you in bed, like unable to move, like hungover, watching the video because it's all you can do? Hi! Some of you may be watching this in a few days, I don't know. So my lovely Virgos, you absolutely can party hard. I wonder how many of you have had an absolute blowout. If I know my Virgo friends, and I do, you definitely work hard, play hard. You work hard, play harder. So I don't know how you're all doing this New Year's Day. Maybe some of you have took it a little bit more easily than I know a lot of the Virgo people I know are going to, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on for you. What I'm asking for in this set of readings is it's out with the old, in with the new. What are we leaving behind in 2021? What no longer serves us? And what are we approaching? What are we opening the doors to as we go into 2022? So let's find out. Virgos. Oh, your song. You had a gorgeous song that I randomized off camera for you. It was JP Sachs, who, if you don't know JP Sachs, absolutely recommend you go and listen to his music. He's got such a beautiful, like, humble, simple way of expressing himself. It's just so lovely. So when it comes to you, Line by Line by JP Sachs and Maren Morris. So let's have a look here. There are things that I sing that I'd never have the confidence to say. There are things that I believe that I only figure out when I sit down to play. The truth doesn't scare me in a melody, immortalizing my sincerity. There are things that I sing that I'd never have the confidence to say. So, love too big for a love song. If I tried to sum it up, I know I'd get it wrong. I'm still trying to find the words. Sometimes it doesn't sound right. I apologize. You know, so it's this energy of, like, perhaps music. Perhaps you do write songs. You may be interested in Cancer's reading. They have this songwriting element to their reading. So I don't know if you're connecting with a Cancer or you've got Cancer placements, or it's just coincidence, right? But they have this thing again about expressing themselves through music. So it could also be that you you find music, you find songs that, or melodies that kind of they say things better than you could ever say yourself. So maybe that you're the sort of person, you like to do a mixtape for somebody, like, this is how I feel about you. That's a bit old-fashioned, but I think that's really super cute. Or it might be that you want to send someone your Spotify playlist, or, you know, you just say, hey, this song really reminded me of you. And it can be, you know, love is a word that we say too often. I always tell people I love them, and I do. You know, there's lots of different forms that love can come in, and love is a word for affection. It's a word for friendship for me. I'm the sort of person who I do have a lot of love and affection for people. Like, I studied humanities at university. People are so lovely and wonderful, and like I love people's faults. So for actual, like love as you know, if you're talking the big love, like soulmate energy, like having strong feelings for somebody, you know, sometimes it can be harder to define what that exactly is. You know, if it's something more than, like, sometimes love just isn't enough to express how you feel, and especially if those feelings are really complicated. So it could be that music's really helpful for you at this time in understanding your own feelings and expressing them. So what do we have for Virgos, please? It's starting to get a little bit darker. I need longer days. I don't have time to do my readings. Coyote. I got Coyote Ugly immediately then. What's that song? Oh, it's that song from Coyote Ugly. I've kind of almost got it, but Can't Fight the Moonlight. Right, Can't Fight the Moonlight by Coyote Ugly could be a significant song for you. Trust in divine detours. Overcome any obstacle. Hey, I love the mice when they come out in the readings. Tend to the small things and dream the world into being. What am I getting here? What am I getting here? So, trust in divine detours, overcome any obstacle. This is giving me, like, that kind of, like, elephant Ganesh energy of, like, the universe puts obstacles in your path to redirect you, to reroute you. So trust in the divine detours. If you thought you were going in a certain direction, if you thought you had a certain plan and there's some kind of snag in the plan, like trust in it. It's kind of giving me the energy of like, do you know, say you miss the bus, so you end up, or like say you miss the bus, so you end up getting a different bus than what you'd normally get, but then you meet someone really important on that bus, like an old friend, or somebody who just says, you know, like a situation happens, or you see something and it's like particularly meaningful for you. It has some kind of you have some kind of epiphany because of something you saw on that bus route that you wouldn't have seen had you got the bus that you were originally going to get. It's got that kind of energy to it. I watched the film, someone recommended it to me, and I watched the film Serendipity this week, and it's that kind of feeling of like, the universe knows best. The universe knows what the perfect time for things to happen is. So if something doesn't work out according to your time, trust that the universe has got a better plan, right? The universe can see around all the corners. So if you thought you were heading a certain way, and so it could be like you were going to walk down a certain street, but a piano was going to fall from the sky, right? And it's like the universe is like, yeah, you don't want to take that street. So you know, all of a sudden there's like 10 women with buggies in the middle of the road, and you think, oh, do you know what, I'm just going to take that side road. And it's like it protected you. So it's that kind of energy. It's funny, I watched this thing on Twitter where it was like such a series of unfortunate events. Somebody retweeted it into my timeline, and it was like this woman and this man having an argument. It was on CCTV, so you couldn't see what they were arguing about. So you were drawn into that immediately, like, why are they arguing? And then it's got this really busy road in the background, and this old woman starts crossing the road, and you're like, oh my goodness, is that woman okay? Somebody help that old woman cross the road. And then she drops all the, like, I don't know if it's like potatoes or something. She drops all her shopping on the road. And so then the woman's trying to go and help this woman pick up the things, but the guy's still trying to argue with her. And so you're completely absorbed in this. And then this cat goes into the road, and you're like, not the cat. So you're like worried about the old woman, you're worried about the cat, the woman's trying to pick up the woman. It's like a whole thing. And so eventually the woman goes and helps the old lady pick up the vegetables, and the guy kind of like he sulks for a minute. He's stood under this pole. He's kind of sulking for a minute, and then he's like, right, fine, I'll go and help as well. The second he moves, something falls exactly where he was stood, and yeah, it's the cat runs off. You know, and yeah, it's if he hadn't moved, if that old lady hadn't dropped her potatoes in the road and he hadn't gone to help, he would have been crushed by this falling sign. So it really is like this. Sometimes the universe can do things in a weird way where you look back on it and you think, I'm really happy that worked out the way it did, because it's better than I ever could have planned myself. So trust in the divine detours. Coyote Spirit. I want to watch Coyote Ugly. I've not seen it for a long time. Not saying it was the best film ever, but I don't know. Messenger of Fire and Three of Fire. Trusting divine detours. You are very heated up about something. There's something that you want to do. There's something that you're passionate about. There's something that you want to say. There's something that you want to do. You feel that impulse. Like you've made the decision. You're ready to go forward and it's like, oh no, lights on red. It's the stop sign. Like you can't go right now, because the Three of Fire has this energy of waiting. It's like, I've made my decision, but I'm waiting. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Could be some kind of lockdown restriction. You know, I love that person. I'm going to run to them. I'm going to tell them how I feel. I'm going to do the whole mixtape in the boombox over my head outside the window thing. It's going to be really romantic, but then lockdown happens and you can't go anywhere. There's a petrol shortage, you can't go anywhere. What are you going to do? It's got that kind of energy to it. But you're going to overcome the obstacles, right? It's still going to happen, but it's going to happen in a better way than you could have ever planned. The universe knows best. Overcome any obstacles. Like, you have made your decision. You are going to do the thing. It's like me. I've made this decision. I am going to Greece. I'm going to go to Greece. I've got the money. I'm going to go to Greece. But COVID's still kind of happening. We've got that Omicron variant. You know, I want my children to be vaccinated. So it's like, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to overcome the obstacles. It's just, maybe it's going to be a few more hoops than I anticipated. Overcome any obstacles. Overcome any obstacles. You've got your heart or mindset on something here with this Court card. The Court card is the Judgment card. It's like suddenly jumping out of bed in the morning being like, I know what to do. I've got it now. I've made my decision. This is what's happening. It's going to make me really happy. There's other people involved. There's happiness. Could be some kind of get together. You just feel very passionate about it. It really does feel that energy of like, oh my God, I've suddenly worked out what I want. I'm going to run through the gates of the airport to go and tell the girl how much I love it. It doesn't have to be that. It's just really feeling very highly motivated to get something done, and you've made a decision about it, right? It's like, it just has this energy of like, suddenly you're up out of bed, like suddenly you've made a decision. It's like, it just feels like a sudden burst of energy to do something, but then you have to wait. But you're going to persevere, you're going to push through, because you know it'll make you happy, whatever this is. Mouse, tend to the small things. So it could be that it's like legislation, like you have to get your passport, there's red tape that you have to deal with, you have to finish this contract, you have to, you know, you have to do this. It feels like a lot of admin, like box ticking type stuff. I want to say that you're good at that because you're Virgo, right? So it's going to be mind numbing, it's going to be frustratingly slow, but you are going to get it done because you're good at it, right? You're good at paying attention to the details. That's like, Virgo is probably the best of all the signs at paying attention to details. Maybe Scorpio as well. But yeah, you're going to be fine. Tend to the small things. Absolutely. You're going to do it. You're going to do what needs to be done because you're the king of Earth. Right? This is typically Taurus, but very, very easily be you. It's Earth energy, Earth sign energy. So, I mean, anybody can be king of Earth energy, but this is you like, do you know what? I'm taking care of it. It really feels like a huge amount of motivation to get something done. A lot of red tape, or like a lot of small problems, a lot of like small obstacles, or a big obstacle, but you're like, do you know what, we're going to move this obstacle brick by brick. You know, we've had this idea, you want to do this thing, I want to do this thing, let's figure it out. And you're taking control of the situation in a very, very practical, authoritative way, where it's like, it just feels like we're gonna do what needs to be done. My son's coming up the stairs. You okay, Joe? Of course you can, baby. I'm doing my reading, okay? Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Queen of water, Cancerian energy again. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're dreaming into being, it is coming through from a very intuitive place. It is coming through a place where you've got deep emotions for this. And I think you're going to be expressing that. The Queen of Water is the Queen of Love. So definitely wanting to bring a lot of love into a situation, to have it like meaningful emotional connections with people around you. So whatever you're dreaming into being, it's coming from the heart space. Yeah, big change of fortune here. You've had a brilliant idea and you're very, very motivated to make this thing happen, whatever this is. And this is just saying stick with it. Like, stick with it. When the universe puts things in your place, don't get demotivated. Keep that passion and flame alive, and just do what needs to be done. Get it done. One foot in front of the other, step by step. Tend to the small details, and before you move it, you'll have moved that obstacle and the road will be clear and you'll be able to have the good stuff. All right, Virgo, very positive reading. I really, really like that for you. Very motivated. Sometimes you can be a bit of a procrastinator, but this is like, I know what I want and I'm going to make it happen. And I love that for you. It's very sexy, actually. All right, do take care of yourselves and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.